What's going on, y'all? It's Coffee on the vid, back at it and peep it, man. Eminem made it very clear with this Death of Slim Shady project that it was a concept album, right? A conceptual project that you had to listen to piece by piece or it wouldn't make sense. And on this concept album, this song, Temporary here, is a concept song, and we're leading into some emotional stuff, right? Like real talk. I ain't trolling, man. It's so wild. Something everyone has to face in life is their own mortality and growing older. This we know. Comment if it's something you're going through or you're having trouble facing your own mortality at times or just getting older, man. Midlife crisis can be a motherfucker, you know what I mean? But the song that we're speaking of, Temporary, right, is a concept song, and on it, what were them old Eminem songs? Just Don't Give a Fuck or Still Don't Give a Fuck, where he was saying a lot of people ask me stupid questions or am I afraid of death, something like that, but he leads it off with that same opening, which was something else that was great about this project. Is there was so much nostalgia back to the throwback days, to the Slim Shady LP days, or even the EP, if you want to look at it like that, for the fans that have been following all along, or just for people who were around back then. And even if you weren't the biggest Eminem fan or hip hop fan, it could take you back there. We knew that when we saw the release of Houdini and the rollout up to that, the first video and single, the stuff with David Blaine and the reference to the role model video, just nostalgia and all kind of throwback vibes written all over this. And in this Temporary song, like I said, it starts off with that opening, but instead of the wild Slim Shady side, right, we saw the more Marshall Mathers, the human being, the father, and now we're hearing the grandfather. And it's pretty interesting here. We see 50 Cent speaking in this interview talking about how Eminem's gonna be the coolest grandfather there ever is or ever was. But this song, this video is just loaded with all kind of footage of, Eminem with his daughter and their wedding, which is something we saw hit social network recently as well. 50 Cent and Eminem at the wedding, shedding tears, like, damn, we're getting old, B, and just truly seeing that their friendship and relationship transcends business and just hip hop. Like Eminem and 50 really got real love for each other. And like I was saying, this song showing the more human side, he's saying that like his biggest fear is after he's not here, he wouldn't be able to say everything that he wanted to say to his daughter, Haley Jade. And the song is written conceptually from aspect of he isn't here anymore, and this song is for her to move on with her life and continue on and push on. And throughout the video, like I said, it's got all kinds of throwback footage, but at the very end of the video, there's a way that I guess his daughter announced to him that he's gonna be a grandfather. Like I said, we all just saw him in Fifth at the wedding where M gave her away to her husband, but she gives him this custom-made Detroit Lions jersey with sonogram image, and then the jersey read Grandpa in #1. So like, hey, you were the #1 dad, you're gonna be the #1 grandpa. And this truly is some touching stuff, man. Like Eminem, when the project dropped, the whole That the Slim Shady thing, conceptually, we found out it was a concept album. I don't know if this was a retirement project or where it is, but we see how personal this project is to him and my family, I guess, sharing with the world and all the fans, stuff like this, that Eminem is gonna be a grandfather in this music video. And as far as what we were saying about 50 Cent and Eminem rocking together so tough, and that their relationship transcends everything. Peep what Fifth said. Oh man, he'll be the greatest grandfather. And then he said that grandkid is gonna say, my granddaddy is still cool. My granddad is cool. And Fifth says he still didn't lose his cool. He's still the biggest rap artist in the world. And he went on to talk about his own life. We know Fifth was sharing recently, him and his grandfather were real close, right? He says, I compared him to my grandparents only because my grandparents raised me. I put M in their space. When people help you, when you can't help yourself, it resonates the strongest, and M put me on. So he's my guy forever. I don't care. And we've seen that time and time again, you know. Fifth and Eminem, it's been more than business. Here we are all these years later, contractually, that deal's been done. You know what I mean? Like, even dating back to the early 2010s, G-Unit got took independently off Interscope, off Shady, and went its own way. And we still saw Eminem and 50 Cent rocking together pretty tough. And it's pretty dope to see in a business, right? In the rap world, the entertainment industry, the music world, just entertainment period is looked at to be so fake, and all these relationships are just fraudulent and phony. But we see Eminem and 50 Cent really got each other's back, and it's gonna be like that forever. I mean, you guys remember those 106 in Park videos, those clips? They still exist out there, or you were watching back then when it was going on, like me, you know, times where it was clear Eminem was struggling with his addiction, all zanied out or whatever the fuck he was taking, where he was freezing up on stage in the middle of interviews and didn't know what to say, and 50 Cent butted in and, you know, saved him and did it in a way to kind of push the attention off Eminem and throw a clever punchline or joke in there to save him and just keep things pushing. Like, that's real friendship, real love. And as we've seen where these dudes are all these years later, Fifth being at Haley's wedding and him talking to the press here when asked about, yo, you seen that? Like, Eminem, in this new temporary video, it seems like he's gonna be a grandfather. Like, he's like, yo, he's going to be the coolest grandfather there ever is. And even goes on to mention his own personal life, how his grandparents raised him, and how people who really love you help you when you can't help yourself. And that really is real love. You know, if you followed 50 Cent's career, like I always mention when M and Fifth come up, man, 50 Cent's like had to bust his ass so many years, you know, just to get on and get that Columbia deal and get shot and get dropped and get kind of blackballed from the industry. And, you know, like, when it seemed almost impossible that 50 Cent was gonna make it, you know what I mean? Like, he had a verse on a J-Lo song that got took off and replaced with Nas. Like, every time things seemed like they were gonna go his way, they went the other way. Here came Eminem, Dr. Dre, and we saw the Shady, G-Unit, Interscope aftermath relationship begin, and things took off, man. And what a run it was. And how dope is it here in 2024 to see Eminem, 52 years old, 50 Cent, I think is like 49, just about to hit 50, and they're still rocking with each other. You know, Em just dropped this project. 50 Cent has everything going on in Shreveport, the Power series, the BMF series, the movies, the Las Vegas residency that he just announced. Like, it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, like I said, in a world full of fake-ish, to see real love like this and to see it, you know, continue to thrive and see them and, you know, still have time for each other. Like, I think that's pretty dope. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hit the comments, tap in, subscribe. It's Coffee. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.